I just took a Bitcoin 5x long. I'm going to show you where I place my stops and show you what my expectations are, how I'll manage this throughout trading in the weekend, and let's jump into it for crackheads and VIPs only. This is the monthly 10 EMA that you can see here. Bitcoin has been using it as support. In addition to that, the times it did go down, it officially used the non-tilted macro range point of control as support. This really looks like it's going to take a leg up. And if you hear cats hissing in the background, sorry. So what I like here is that you have the initial pump of buyers clearly are interested in making this going up to the next area of resistance at 46K. They are clearly the buyers. It sold off, went back to the support, higher low, just broke above this range high. Let's zoom into that area. It snowed on, like the fourth day of spring, and I had to bring a couple cats in my office. So I like this breakout, and I bought that breakout. I 5x'd it, and the great thing about it is my risk management for this, and it's still probably not too late to get in this. You might want to wait for a retest back down to 44,500 to get in. I don't think I would chase that candle. But anyway, my risk management setup was pretty awesome with going under this candle here. From my entry, it was way less than a percent. If you can see that this is 0.04%, it was almost nothing. Therefore, outside of slippage and all that stuff, which trading straight up Bitcoin, there shouldn't be nearly as much because there should be enough volume. I should be able to sell where I want to sell with, even $10,000 on the KuCoin exchange. I should be able to do that. So I would almost have zero slippage. I won't lose any much. I decided to take that trade off that. I did it with a fairly larger dollar amount, but because the moves are smaller on Bitcoin and it was such a good and awesome risk management setup, plus the slippage is going to be a lot lower because there's more volume. So slippage meaning if I need to sell out quickly at 44, 426, all of what I need to sell there will sell there because I'm not a whale. I'm not going to move the markets. And so I threw a little bit more money at this, but I'm not looking for a massive gain. But what I will do, though, is since I think Bitcoin's going to take a leg up over the weekend and have to refill a gap then later, I'm just going to walk my stops up. I think this could really start ripping up. I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin in this overall move before potential capitulation. Okay, so now I'm getting off the trade, but I wouldn't be surprised if this move ended up going to 56K. Would I hold this position that long? No, not necessarily, but this is one of the ones where I'm going to try to walk my stops up because my stops are in such a great place, and I think that would put me in a good advantage to potentially catch a really nice trade up to 46K. Take profits, look for another entry, some higher lows on the 5-minute, 15-minute chart, really short-term time frame trading, and then keep working it all the way up, until it starts, breaking down. It might hit up to 52, 56K. I'm really targeting somewhere in the low to mid 50s for this move at this point. Using this monthly as in the top of the point of control support, this is just compelling enough to me. This is probably getting ready to take off. So that's why I took that trade, and it's probably not too late to get in, especially if you see a 5-minute stochastic pullback. It'll probably retest the same area, and you can enter nearly, I think I got in around 444.85 or something like that, somewhere around there. So if you can get around 44,500 on a quick retest on the next higher low, which might happen. It might just take off right now, kind of like it did here. It might happen. That's what I would hope. But if it has another higher low, you'd be able to enter where I did, and that would probably be a. And before you entered hard, though, buying a retest, if you want to throw $1,000 at it, you only throw 200. You wait, you need to sit at your computer for about 15, 20 minutes, wait for it to start breaking back up, and then you add as it goes up. Don't just catch this, because it could just go all the way back down here and retest this one more time if it starts, coming here. And that's 0.5%. And on futures, that's kind of a lot. So if you are buying a retest on this, and let's say $1,000 you want to throw at it, only do about a fifth or a quarter of it, so maybe up to $250 as it gets another green candle and starts maybe getting over this wick high over here, then get all in to your $1,000 position. But as it's making that higher low, I'm going to try to start being more specific with being careful on forming, getting into higher lows, not just trying to guess exactly where it'll be on the trend line going all in, but rather being a quarter in and adding to it. So that's what I would say if assuming there's a higher low and you follow this trade, and we'll see y'all next time.